Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to run through my 5 top tips to staying motivated and inspired with your artwork. I think as an artist, one thing that is always dreaded is artist block. Every once in a while, every artist of any level of expertise gets it, and it can hit you at any point and it doesn't care who you are or what you're doing. So what can you do to avoid this? Well, there are several things that you can do to combat or prevent it, and I'm going to give you my 5 top tips. So number 1 on my list, and this is something which I do all the time, is listen to something whilst you're working. I often listen to something as I'm working as I find it helps lift my mood. So what I listen to varies day to day, and I have different playlists set up on my iTunes depending on what I'm feeling that particular day. So if I wake up some days and feel really unmotivated to sit down and do some solid work, I put on something that's really high energy, some fun tracks which I can sing along to. I also sometimes put on a DVD, so I like to watch Harry Potter, I like to watch Game of Thrones, or I watch a YouTube video of one of my favourite YouTubers or favourite gamers. So as I said, it depends on what I'm feeling that particular day as to what I'm doing, but I find that this is the most helpful of the tips. So number 2 is to check out what your favourite artists are up to. I always check my social media accounts and see what my favourites are doing. I don't know about you guys, but seeing works from other artists and watching their progress really empowers me to be better at my artwork and work on my skills more, especially if I'm looking at artists which I aspire to be like. You have to be careful with this step though, because it can also work in a negative way, so you don't want to spend forever looking at others' work, as it can often leave you feeling bad about your own, especially if you're looking at someone with a much higher skill level. You want to leave yourself feeling inspired and not deflated that your skill isn't where you want it to be compared to others. So look at your favourite artists, see what you like about their work, make it so that it inspires you to work, and don't look at it and think, oh, I wish I could be there, why aren't I there yet? Don't let it affect you in a negative way. You want to make it so that it inspires you to want to do your own work. So number 3 on my list is to vary your work. It's common knowledge that variety is the spice of life, so why not apply this to your artwork too? You might want and aspire to be a coloured pencil artist, but how do you know that you don't love some other form of art if you don't try it? Trying new things in art is part of a creative journey, so try swapping your pencils for a paintbrush, or try using different techniques and materials. You might stumble upon something you love just as much as your preferred media of choice. I recently rediscovered my love of watercolour after a 4-year hiatus. So I love being free with the paint, and I work in a completely different style to my coloured pencil pieces. I find that this helps with my motivation, as I don't feel restricted to just using coloured pencils all the time. If I don't feel like drawing, then my paintbrush is there to back me up and give me that inspiration. So tip number 4 is to schedule or plan. I am a big fan of planning, and I find it incredibly hard to function if I haven't made a plan or schedule of what I'm up to. And I apply this to my art and business, and I always make sure that I make a plan for the day and write down my most important tasks which I want to get accomplished. Setting goals or targets for yourself is a good way to push yourself and makes you want to draw or paint to reach them. So the trick is to set easily obtainable goals which can be accomplished within a week or so. Setting larger goals which require more time can leave you feeling really unmotivated, as it takes such a long time to reach them. So set a goal for each month, and day by day set yourself a task which will enable you to reach that monthly goal. I find this to be a really fun and enriching way to reach a particular target, and it takes that really daunting part out of that one big goal that you have your mind set on. I've recently made a video on how I set up my planner, so I'll put a card up above and leave a link in the description so you can check that out. The last tip which I have for you, and I think is one of the most important ones, is to love what you do. So having a love of art and a passion to make it your career is a big step towards feeling motivated and inspired. I find that periods of artist block are often short-lived, because I really want that success with my business and career. So if you're in a career that you're not passionate about, then the love isn't going to be there, and you don't often feel excited to go to work. How many of you have a full or part-time job and wake up excited to go when your real passion or heart belongs to something else? Maybe if there's like a fun Christmas jumper day, yeah, but often it's just another day at the office. The same goes for art and your art business. Loving what you create will help you with the motivation you need. For me, I love waking up each day excited to work on wildlife pieces and portraits and commissions and to see what my arty business has in store for that day. If I didn't wake up excited to draw or paint, then that initial motivation and inspiration isn't there and can lead to longer periods of artist block. If the love isn't there, you're going to find it hard to find motivation and inspiration on a day-to-day basis. So hopefully there's something here that can help you if you're feeling that bout of artist block hit. Give a few of these a try and see if that fire reignites itself. If you like this video, then give it a thumbs up and leave me a comment down below of some of your ways to combat artist block. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done so already and hit that bell icon to be notified of all my future videos, and I will see you in tomorrow's video. Bye!